Hey everyone, so today I was doing some testing in the Windows Sandbox and I noticed that Winget wasn't installed. I need some packages from Winget. So I did a little digging, found out how to get it installed. So I thought I'd make a quick video to show everybody uh, how they can do that themselves. So the first thing you need to do is get the Winget code to install in the Sandbox. So to do that, you can just open a browser, just type Winget space GitHub. And you should see this GitHub link as the first link. Just click on that. And then just make sure you're on the correct site. It's github.com/microsoft/winget-cli. And this is the official repository for the Winget source code. So what you could do is go down to this release section on the right side. You can just click that. And you'll come here, you'll see the first, the most recent package that's been released for Winget. So in my case, it's this version here. If you see a newer one, grab that, but this is the one that's active right now. So what you need to do is just scroll down here to the assets section, and you need to download this desktop app installer _ dependencies, and you need to download this MSIX bundle. So I will just hit download on both of these. And wait while they download. Okay, so we have them here. So these are the two files that we downloaded. Then what you need to do, you basically need to make a directory for your sandbox. The configuration files for your sandbox. So on my D drive here, I created this sandbox folder. You can name it whatever you want. But it has the sandbox configuration file, which we'll come back to. And then I put this files directory here. This is where the files, anything in this files directory is going to get copied into the sandbox. So what we need to do is copy the files that we downloaded in here so we can access them from the sandbox. So I created this download folder, and I've already extracted those files. So for the zip file, you need to open the zip file and get the files out of the x64 directory. So you see these two x64 files. I'll just copy them again just to show you how it was done. And then you can just paste them into this download folder. So download the two apex files from the zip file, and then the MSIX bundle just copied it. So now, so we have the files downloaded. Now we need to figure out how to get those in the sandbox. So the way we can do that is we can go back here. And let me just open this up in VS Code so you can just see how it's set up. So you can see here, this is the navigator and the folder structure. You can see that is equivalent to what we see here in the Windows Explorer. So you want to edit this sandbox, or you want to create this sandbox.wsb file. This is the configuration file that Sandbox uses to start up. So it's a pretty simple file, just an XML file with configuration. And it has, in my case, it has these two different sections, the map folders. And this is where you map the files into the Sandbox. So this is my Sandbox files directory that we looked at earlier. So this is on my local system, my local host. And this Sandbox folder is where the files are going to get copied to. So in my case, I just copied it to C: files. You don't have to create the directory or anything. It'll create it for you. So you can just put whatever you want here. And then you can also set it to read only if you want. In my case, I don't need to write to these files. I just have to read only true. But you can change that if you want. And so when the Sandbox loads, it will map these folders in, and then it will run these login commands. So here's the command it has. So it's going to run C: files install.cmd, which is from the mounted directory. So if we go look at that, so once the Sandbox runs, then it's going to run this install script. So here you can see it's running PowerShell file, and then we pass in this install Winget PowerShell script. And this script will actually install Winget. So I have this in the script folder, so we can come here, install Winget. And this is pretty easy. It just takes the files that we downloaded, so the 3 files in the download directory, and that calls this PowerShell add apex package. So it just runs that on all 3 of these. You just need to make sure that apex files are done first, and then the last thing is the MSX bundle. These are the dependencies, and this is the actual Winget that you install here. So yeah, that's that file, and then we can see here. So the main script, so it's going to install PowerShell, or no, sorry, Winget. And then another issue I found is that the Microsoft Store doesn't work in the sandbox, probably because you need to be logged in. I only cared about Winget, so this command just disables the Microsoft Store, just because I was getting errors without it. So, or with it in the store installed. So this just disables it, so I don't see those errors anymore. And then here you can install any packages you need. So by the time the script gets here, when it gets installed, so you can use it. So like in this case, I just installed 7-zip, just as a quick example. So what we can do, so I have my file set up, everything's set up. So you just double click your sandbox configuration file, and the sandbox will load. And we can go to the command terminal now, and we can run Winget. So if you do Winget, you can see Winget's installed, and you can move Winget list. So you can see the packages that were installed. So as you can see, here's the 7-zip that we installed in the installation script. And if you just go to the start menu, if you just do 7-zip, you can see that 7-zip file manager has been installed by our installation script. You can run it. Yeah, it works fine. That's about it. Once you're here, you have Winget and you can use whatever you want. So if you have any issues, just let me know in the comments. If you have an issue and report it, I can just jump in and help you out, fix you, help get you going. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.